Steve Harvey, tell me where we are.
This whole place is dedicated to the uplift and edification of young people. Two main things we're gonna cover is how to make your dreams come true and how to become men.
The camp he does with these young boys without fathers. Some of these boys haven't seen an area without concrete and buildings ever.
What does a young man do that don't have a father? I gotta find a way to gather these young people up and give them a father figure.
They've never seen anything like this. Welcome to a very special night at Dr. Phil Primetime. I'm coming to you from about 75 miles from Atlanta on Steve and Marjorie Harvey's ranch. This is a really special occasion because there's a camp that goes on here for boys that have no father in their lives. Maybe they didn't ever have one around, maybe they were there and left. They just don't have a father. They don't even really have a male role model.
You can pull all these out right here.
Steve and Marjorie decided to put this camp together to bring these boys down here and give them some strong male leadership in their lives. The United States Army is here. A lot of mentors are here. This is the 14th year of this camp. No cell phones, no social media, lots of discipline, lots of requirements, so these boys can find out what it's like to have a strong male presence. Every mentor, every instructor, every facilitator is a strong male role model. And I've been down here spending time with these boys. I've talked to them, walked with them, visited with them, fished with them, made presentation to them, and it is absolutely amazing how much they take to this kind of experience, and the transformations over the years has been absolutely amazing. Tonight I'm sitting down with Steve to talk about it. You're going to be seeing what happens when people step up and teach these boys not to be victims, but to take control of their own lives with strong male leadership.
Keep going. There you go. Philly,
Yes, sir.
you got an appointment you gotta make.
All right, I'm on my way out of here. Very excited to be here at the camp. I've been talking to Steve about this camp he does with these young boys without fathers for a number of years, and finally we got it worked out schedule-wise where I could come and spend time with these young men. This place is beautiful.
Man, I'm gonna show you what I did.
Well, I tell you, when you pull through the gates here and you look around, this really is a great oasis.
This right here is the farm. This fenced-in area, this is where we grow all the vegetables. This is a impoverished area of Georgia, so we feed a lot of families down here.
So many of these kids come from the city, and you look around here and there's a lake over here, a bigger lake over here, a true forest all around us here. And I bet you some of these boys haven't seen an area without concrete and buildings ever in their life.
This is the tent that we put up every year for the boys.
That's quite a setup. I've been talking to them about the fishing. Most of them have never fished before.
Yes, we get very few country kids.
It's just beautiful through there.
Oh man, it's a
It's
great.
absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, this is a lot of work to get it to look like this. All these lakes, man, they're really, really nice. And you know, the kids come here and enjoy it. Good job, both of y'all. For a gift card.
Steve Harvey, tell me where we are.
Well, you're sitting in the backyard of the Steve and Marjorie Harvey Legacy Ranch. It's a ranch we purchased about 4 years ago. This whole place is dedicated to the uplift and edification of young people.
Well, I've had a tour. You and I have been driving around here. I think we drove about 30 miles, seemed like, on these trails back here. This place is absolutely amazing. There's lakes and forest and wide open spaces here. This place is a paradise. It is nothing short of just generous spirit that you and Marjorie are sharing this with young people the way you are. You bring these young people in here, and thank you for including me in it, by the way.
No, thank you for coming, man, because you coming here is really big. You know, it puts a spotlight on something we've been doing close to 14 years now. I had another ranch in Dallas where I started the program, and I was looking for a place. God's grace in my life, and we were able to purchase this place. Hey. Listen to me, fellas. I want to welcome y'all to my ranch. The two main things we're going to cover at this ranch is how to make your dreams come true and how to become men. The whole thing, man, it's about changing these kids' lives. And, you know, we've taken some tremendous steps into making this place special. You know, it's a big operation to run. It's 1,600 acres, so.
You have a lot of military here.
Yes.
You work with the Army.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't be embarrassed about who you are, about where you come from, and don't be embarrassed about what you've been through. So we're all here together in one team on fight. Togetherness is what we stand for.
But it's worth every minute of it.
Right.
And I'm always surprised at some of the speakers that will come, New York Knicks players, Bass Pro fishermen talking with the kids. You know, people that's pretty busy, man.
Branding is, in essence, what people get when they get you. So today I'm gonna teach you the A, B, C, and D's of personal branding. The A is for appearance, the B is for branding, the C is for communication, and D is for your digital footprint.
Let's talk about the kids that are here. You've got about 250, 300 young men here. I didn't do a head count, but I've been talking to them, spending time with them, went fishing with some of them. So Isaiah, you said you talked to the mental health guys?
Yes, sir. I talked to them about how they got themselves out of that depression area with their friends, how they got through it when they were down.
These are mostly inner city kids, fair?
Pretty much all of them.
And so their chance to spend time in the outdoors like this, and not at some buy a ticket and go to some outdoor park, but the real rough outdoors, they've never seen anything like this. I've talked to them, and some of them are like, they think they're on another planet.
Yeah.
They've never seen anything like this.
You know, this is one of the main attributes of this place. When I remove you from the comforts and the confines of the inner city, there are no check cashing store signs. There are no street lights. There are no liquor store signs. There are no fast food restaurant signs. I take you and I put you in a completely serene, rural area, nothing but nature. It allows me to get a certain amount of attention from these kids because they're out of their comfort zone.
Right.
I've heard many of them say, Mr. Harvey, why is the tent so far away from the food? Well, we can't get it no closer. It's just that's where the building is. My man, I don't know what to tell you. And we got to walk. And it allows them to burn off some energy, but that's one of the big draws, to take them out of their comfort zone and put them in a rural setting. And when it gets night out here, it's a real attention getter because there's no walking off.
Well, where are you going? There's nowhere to go that you want to go. I can tell you that for sure.
We gonna give y'all respect, but we in turn, we want you to give these men respect. You need somebody to talk over manhood stuff with. These men are here to be your brothers, your uncles, your father figure, whatever you need. I mean, look, man, I've had boys break down crying because, Mr. Harvey, they were yelling at us.
You better scream, yes what? Yes what? Yes what? Yes what? Yes what?
It's called a drill sergeant, and they have a tendency to talk loud. They don't really do real silent stuff. They talk loud. They're drill sergeants. Well, they were yelling at me. Listen to me. This is what men do. See, this camp, you know, a mother's love is unconditional. They love you no matter what you do. A man's love usually comes with conditions. See, I had a mother and a father the whole time. My mama loved me if I made a mistake. My mama loved me if I got a good grade, loved me if I got a bad grade. My father was the direct opposite. I'll love you if you get a good grade. I'm gonna execute you if you get a bad grade.
Exactly.
How you wanna do this? And so I've always known that. Once we get them to understand, we have requirements here.
Stop go. Stop playing. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Keep dancing, man. Let's
Don't
go.
worry about it.
Keep dancing.
Don't
Let's
worry
go.
about it. That's
Let's
y'all
go.
going for your
We'll
name.
figure it out.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be out for you the
Oh,
whole
yeah.
time.
Anything you Mr. Big and Bad.
From the moment you get off the bus, after the warm, fuzzy welcome I give you, and you get off the bus and all that clapping starts, the requirements begin immediately after that. Because let me tell you something, I'm gonna give you all the food you want, I'm gonna let you zip line, I'm gonna let you have a great little time. If you do the things that we have required of you, if you are your brother's keeper, if you remember that teamwork make the dream work, if you follow the rules. Now, if you don't, then you don't get to have zip lining time and you don't get to have free time. That connects really quick, man. And you gotta get that into these inner city kids' head quickly, because some of them have no idea what discipline is. And once we foster that, and we may put them in groups and let them know that if you have a weak member in your group, it's gonna cost the whole group, so you gotta support your brother. That could be the first time they're hearing this.
That's right, peer pressure.
Yeah, man.
But it's positive peer pressure, not negative peer
Yeah,
pressure.
man. Yeah.
And that's the first time some of them have heard that. You know how every home has that one spot that just calls to you all day? For me, it's my bed. Ever since I switched to Cozy Earth's bamboo sheets and bubble cuddle blanket, it's game over. Because these sheets are soft, breathable, and keep me cool all night. I sleep several degrees cooler and wake up refreshed. The bubble cuddle blanket, like a plush faux fur hug. Cozy Earth gives you a 100-night sleep trial and a 10-year warranty, because once you try it, you won't go back. Go to CozyEarth.com and use my code PHIL for up to 40% off. That's CozyEarth.com, code PHIL, because your bed shouldn't just be a place to sleep, it should be your happy place. And Cozy Earth makes that possible.
Whoa! I got some in. Sir? Ooh, that's huge. I got a fish.
Hey,
Yo, I got it. Caught a fish.
hey, take a pic of it.
Gosh. I don't know how to take it off.
Hey, that probably one that ate mine.
Well, I've come up on two boys here fishing, and I'm gonna ambush them and see if we can catch something besides an old boot.
Yo, I caught another fish.
Put it.
Oh, hi, Dr. Phil.
Oh, Dr. Phil. Me and DJ, we were fishing. He just caught a fish, and then Dr. Phil just walks us behind, surprise all of us.
It is super surreal. It's just unbelievable. And, I don't even know how to react.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Man.
Nice to meet you.
Dr. Phil, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Did you get a whopper?
Yep, I caught a fish.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was great.
How long you been fishing?
Yeah, I've been fishing for past 20 minutes now, I guess.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I caught two fish now.
So where are you from?
I'm from St. Louis, Missouri.
St. Louis.
Yep.
You never know who you're gonna walk up on. DJ, one of the young men, what a smart young man we're talking about here. So what do you spend your time doing in St. Louis?
I have my own initiative I created, and I'm working on a nonprofit for it too. It's called Team Tech Boy Lunch Heroes, which is goals to battle food insecurity and child hunger by offsetting negative lunch balances at schools. So far, I've raised over $35,000 for that initiative.
That's great. DJ has raised money over $30,000 to combat food scarcity in his area. This is a really sharp young man. One of the things I noticed, I have not seen a single cell phone. I haven't seen a single screen that these kids are looking down at. None of them have any devices, right?
No, we take them.
No devices. They're not plugged into anything.
No social media. You can't call your mother and tell her it's hot out here. The first year I did this program, I didn't think of that. So the kids had their cell phones. And their mothers were in the program at the bottom of the hill.
Yeah.
I would go to the bottom of the hill to meet with the mothers, and mothers would go, Mr. Harvey, can I talk to you? Deshaun says it's hot out there, and it's too hot. Ma'am, it's hot for all of us. It's the same temperature on little Deshaun as it is on the rest of us.
Hands up! Put your hands up! Squat! 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 Hold your arms up! You grew up! You hold them up! Hey, your arms! You grew up! Hold them up! You ain't my club today. Let's go! Put them pants up, man. We ain't doing that. Guess what? Yes, sir. Guess what? Yes, sir. Guess what? Yes, sir.
And then, my son, he don't like doing push-ups. Wait a minute, ma'am, we all have to do push-ups.
The push-up position, you're getting ready to do a push-up. Let's go. You are getting ready to do a push-up. You can.
To get these kids to understand that in order to be successful, you have to do a series of things you're uncomfortable doing. And you got to do what you have to do. It's called discipline. Discipline is doing what you have to do even when you don't want to.
Pain is temporary. I'm telling you, pain is temporary. It hurt right now, but I'm telling you, get your arms up. You're going to be feeling proud about yourself. You understand what I'm saying? That's what life is. Life is painful. You got to fight through the pain because you got people relying on you.
So we learned really quickly after that first year, let's get these cell phones out. No picture taking, no social media contact. Let's get your undivided attention.
Yeah.
And once you remove that device from them, I'm telling you, man, most of these kids live with their phone attached to their hand.
Now, you said their mothers were at the bottom of the hill. Their fathers weren't at the bottom of the hill because as I've talked to these kids, most of them don't have any fathers in their lives.
Well, that's exactly right. The program is designed for kids that are being raised in single-parent homes by women, mothers, aunts, grandmothers, whose father, for whatever the reason, is not in their life. It's a wide range of reasons why they're not in their life. They never met them, they never knew them, divorce, maybe there's a fallout between the parents, but they are just not active in these boys' lives. The disappointment that you have in your father is the same thing you got to carry in your heart and promise to never do to anybody your damn self. If you have ever been disappointed by your father, it is your job to turn around and not give that disappointment to your child. We throw this program every year at Father's Day. I know they're available because they're from fatherless homes. The man your father is not is the man you're gonna have to be. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. Tell me where you're from. Tell me something that you've learned from the camp so far. Tell me something that you would like to learn from the camp so far.
All right, I'm from Atlanta. What I learned from this camp is like, being a man, it's really not that easy. And what I want to learn is like, how to be successful as a man.
What I learned from this camp so far is that being successful, it takes a lot of time and it takes dedication and it takes consistency.
You gotta learn discipline, respect your family, respect your house, respect everything you earn.
Each one of the boys will leave here with a mentor, either a soldier, a volunteer, myself, a camp counselor, a junior counselor. Each boy leaves with a phone number and now has a male in their life that they can call and ask questions of, run something by.
All right, so that problem solved, so now you're solving their problems.
Their problems, because look, man, these kids need that in their life. What spurred this program to happen was the death of my father. My father died at 43. As I was sitting in that funeral looking at that man in this box who I just never saw dying, because he was simply the strongest man I've ever known in my life. He was my hero, my father, everything. And I was on that plane going home. I said to myself, how in the world could I have gotten to this place in life that I am without that man that I just buried? And then it dawned on me, what does a young man do that don't have a father? How does he navigate through this thing? And then I said, man, because I was already speaking in youth detention centers and prisons and stuff. I said, I gotta find a way to gather these young people up and give them a father figure. And that was the birth of the idea.
Well, and look what's happening here. And I've already talked to some of these young men, and with that void, with that vacuum, somebody, some influence, something is gonna fill that void. They're gonna step in there and it's gonna be a gang leader, or it's gonna be some thug in a neighborhood. It's gonna be somebody that's an authority figure, a power figure, somebody that they look up to because they got a little bit of money or they got a little bit of influence or whatever. And you're bringing them here and saying, okay, let me give you an alternative.
Yeah.
Let me give you an alternative.
See, boys be what they see. We're gonna be one type of man. We're gonna be one or the other. We're gonna be a good man or we're gonna be a bad man. It depends on what's in front of us the most. When I remove them from this environment and I bring them down here, the only speakers at this camp are men. The only counselors at this camp are men. The only military people at this camp are men. What they're used to is women in their lives. What I present to them is men. I've had Nike come down here with shoe design programs. I have 2 kids that have gone on to Nike and designed 2 of the new Nike sneakers that's out now. I have kids that have come here that wanted to be pilots that fly airplanes now.
My name is Brett Birch, and I'm one of the mentors for today's camp. I started in the camp in 2020 as the mentee, and I wrote on a piece of paper that I wanted to become a pilot. And I wasn't expecting Mr. Harvey to see it, but he actually saw it. And I got an email that I got a full scholarship to attend flight school. I got invited back to the camp to talk to the kids about aviation. I heard a couple of guys that are interested in becoming pilots, so hopefully I can get some more guys signed up.
I have kids who have come here and met the military men and have gone on to make military a career. I have had men, young men come here, and I've had ministers speak here, and one of the keynote speakers tomorrow on Sunday at the program is a minister. And guess what? He was one of the kids in the program here. All these guys that run the program that are 27, 28 years old, they were campers 11 years ago.
Right.
So I give them a different look of a different type of man. And oftentimes, that's the road they take.
Dr. Phil here. Thank you for joining me for this extraordinary episode of Dr. Phil Primetime, which we shot on location at the Steve and Marjorie Harvey Legacy Ranch in Georgia. Since 2009, over 5,000 youth have attended Steve and Marjorie Harvey's mentoring camps. The experience for these young men is nothing short of incredible. Lives transformed through mentorship, life skills, and community support. But despite Steve Harvey's success, he cannot do this alone. Take a photo of the QR code on the screen or visit dreamwithharvey.org. You can also text Steve to 91999. Your generous donation will help the Steve and Marjorie Harvey Foundation continue its fantastic work and give thousands of young men and women this life-changing experience. I used to sleep terribly, but I found Beam's Dream Powder, a science-backed, healthy nighttime blend packed with ingredients shown to improve sleep. Beam is founded in America and run by people who share our values of hard work. Their Dream Powder is made with a powerful blend of all-natural ingredients: reishi, magnesium, L-theanine, apigenin, and melatonin. Here's the deal. Beam is giving my listeners the ultimate Patriot discount of up to 40% off. Try their best sleeping dream powder and get up to 40% off for a limited time. Go to shopbeam.com/Dr. Phil and use code Dr. Phil at checkout. That's shopbeam.com/Dr. Phil and use code Dr. Phil for up to 40% off. Sleep better, wake up stronger, and show up ready for your family, your work, and your country. Because when you're well rested, you're unstoppable. And this country needs more people like that. I was walking around earlier and I was talking to Cam Newton. We were down by the fishing hole. How you doing, Cam? Good to meet you. How's everything?
Man, you doing all right?
I'm doing okay. How about yourself?
I can't complain.
Yeah?
I can't complain.
These boys are glad to see you, I'll tell you.
Yes, sir.
He's down there talking to some of the kids. They were talking about all of these guys that have made it in the NFL, but you got to be eligible before you even start.
What them grades talking about, though?
Grades are slipping sophomore year. Gonna have to pick that up.
Okay, well, at least you know. Now, you got to understand, too, in your position, this is where it really started to count, as you just, you know what I'm saying, mentioned. You can't get no money if you don't
You don't do nothing.
become eligible. NIL money, none of that. So what you doing it for? Bypass football. The real talk is you can't get to no type of money if you are ineligible. You see what I mean?
Yes, sir.
That's the MVP right there.
He was telling them, I got to be accountable and make my grades. I've got to get back into my studies and stuff. They said they're having people tell them the truth.
Right.
You know, not show them the bling, but telling them the truth.
Right.
And as I was saying, this has changed my whole thinking about what I got to do.
Yeah, I care about my mom a lot. She's a single mom of me and my two little sisters. You know, she also is battling stage 3 cancer. So I kind of want to make sure that she's okay too.
Has your mom been struggling?
It's pretty difficult. I've been trying to step up, make sure my sisters are good, and I handle them so my mom can, you know, get breaks and stuff. I just want to do my best.
And DJ was back for his second year because his mother called and asked you if he could please come back this year. And I'm talking to him, since he was here last year, he said he was kind of into cartoons and stuff like that. He's written and published 2 books since he was here last time.
Yeah.
Science Girl and Data Boy, something like that he's done, these kind of cartoon type books. He's been on the Today Show, he's been on GMA, he's been on the Jennifer Hudson Show, he's been all since he's been here last year when he was told, reach for your dreams, don't just think about it, do it, put it into action. I mean, the impact on these young men is astounding.
We cover 2 things at this program. Only 2 things. We cover the principles of manhood and dream building. That's it. On the next line, write down what type of house you would like to own. This is called dreaming, fellas. This is all I used to do. No, I've been fussed at by corporations. Well, what's the educational component? Listen to me. If you make the focus their dream will spur them to get an education. If your dream is to be a pilot, and then we have a pilot come here and tell you, you gotta be good in math and science, why I gotta beat him over the head with the education? No, I extract the dream from you, and the dream will spur you to get the education.
When I saw that he accepted my letter and sent me to flight school, I was actually nervous. I wasn't the best kid growing up. I grew up a lot of gang violence around me, and I was almost going to go down that path. I had a speech impediment, so I couldn't speak at all. I knew that my speech was going to be a problem. So the first thing I did was go into speech therapy class. After I graduated that, then I went off to flight school. It means everything to come back. I want to inspire as many people to think positively as possible.
The kid was a C student when he came and said he wanted to be a pilot. Well, when he met the pilot that was talking, he told him, no, they don't let people with C's fly airplanes. You got to get A's. He went to school and he gets A's. He's a pilot. Boys be what they see. So when we put these kids in front of them and they get a different look of what it is, but then they understand the truth about what it takes. You know, man, like you said, come and hear the truth. This is the bling side of it, but here's the real gritty part of it. This is what you have to do. But it's all based on the dream. So a lot of people gave me a lot of pushback in the beginning. Well, Mr. Harvey, we want to follow their educational curriculum. We want to make them go to college. Listen. Everybody not going to college. You can ask Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg that. Everybody's not going to go to college, but you can be okay. If I can get you to dream big, and I can get you to understand that real men honor God, real men obey the law, real men take care of their children, real men have jobs, real men go to work every day. Real men are responsible. Once I get you to understand that, now you can go and take that and be whatever you want to be, and that's what happens here.
You've got people from all different walks of life here. You've got former campers here that have excelled at the camp, lived it in their lives, and earned the right to come back and mentor others. And they really look up to those young men.
Man, because, you know, this is the first time a lot of them have ever talked to a male before.